What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Gizmo is currently in attack mode. He is turned into a gremlin. He does this every night, and he attacks his brother. But we do have some news we want to talk about. A few things, actually. First, let's talk about the Queen Studios announcement today. So basically, we are thrilled to unveil our latest plans for Marvel 1/3 collectibles. Check out what's in store below. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. So here you have the Iron Man Mark 7, which they've already debuted, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the, like fire base and everything. I definitely prefer it over the current 1/3 Iron Man by Cinemaquette. Then you have a Hulk 1/3. Now, if I was to guess on the size of these, this Iron Man was next to their Spider-Man, although I don't know if the bases were the same height. And that Spider-Man, I think, is about 38 inches tall. So if I was to guess, I would say these two were close to 38 to 40 inches tall. Probably 38. And then Thor, obviously that's Thor. You can see the hammer belt, the long hair. Question begs, is this all going to be the same movie? Is this Avengers 1 Hulk, Avengers 1 Thor? So you got Avengers 1 Mark 7. And I feel like if they're going to be making this line, they all should be from the same movie. So you don't want to have like Hulk from Avengers 2, Thor from like Thor 2. It's sort of like my current 1/4 setup. Granted, they might be better costumes, but I prefer them all the same movie. And then this looks like Wanda. If it had guns, I would say maybe Black Widow, but you can also see like the skirt. So this tells me this is Wanda, probably Avengers 2. If I was to guess, all three of these are Avengers 2. And I do prefer Thor's look in Avengers 2, but Hulk, I prefer Avengers 1, actually. Although 2 is not that bad. 2 still looks great. It's his second best look. Wanda looks fantastic in Avengers 2. Although I do prefer her newer look, especially like from WandaVision or Doctor Strange 2. However, where is Captain? Where is Black Widow? Where is Hawkeye? That is my problem. So Queen, started doing the 1/4 scales, and they were all from random movies, and they didn't make, it's kind of like the line's dead. They teased Wanda 1/4, but then the feedback wasn't great, so they gave up. And there's been nothing since. Loki hasn't been released, and it's just been so slow and dead that it's like anyone that's collecting that line, it's like, okay, well, this line's dead. They're not really making much more. And of course, they did the whole Iron Man series. That is the only one I feel like they're actually completing, is all the Iron Mans. I don't think every Iron Man suit, but all the major Iron Man suits with the Hulkbuster. That's what they completed. Now, if they're only making these 4, I'm not interested. However, if Queen, as you can see, me right there, will you be making the entire Avengers 1 cast? We need commitment from you that you'll complete the line and not abandon it like your 1/4. That is my thing. If I'm going to up and sell every single 1/4, lose lots of money, in addition, none of these are going to fit down low. The only way I could fit these is I'd have to raise all the shelves, which I could only raise so many because Wonder Woman on horse is already near the ceiling. So raising that shelf isn't going to be possible. So I'd almost be more tempted to keep my entire 1/4 line and just buy the OG Avengers cast in 1/3, and make space somewhere, like sell off a line. Because as I've stated, Avengers, 1, Avengers Infinity War, like right now, this is my Avengers setup. It's all 1/6 scale, because that's the only complete Avengers line, in statue form there really is. There's no 1/4 Hawkeye, at least movie version. This is all movie. Granted, 2 of them are from Age of Ultron. So, I got my 1/4 under here, and some of them are already, as you can see, like, they're already getting very up there. I only have 33 inches. That Iron Man definitely is 38 inches. Now, I have considered just buying that Iron Man. Since I can't sell Hulkbuster, I was thinking, okay, what if we sell this dirt cheap and get the Mark 7 1/3, throw it right there. Because you got Shazam, and this is so big, it's almost 1/3 anyways. So I feel like I could just put the Mark 7 1/3 right here. So someone buy that off me. And I could definitely do the Mark 7 1/3, or I could also technically do Black Adam, but I feel like since it's this shelf, it has to remain Avengers. But I may consider just the Mark 7 1/3, but if they're, committing to the entire Avengers 1 cast, which is the most important one for me, I would buy that line. I got the Justice League all in 1/3, every single member. I would want Avengers in the same, format. And I probably would just keep my 1/4 since it's basically completed, and it's all different movies. And it's too much of a hassle to try and sell. Plus, I'm not going to be able to get every one of these characters in 1/3. Like Loki. Are they going to make a Thanos? A Spider-Man? So I don't think I'd sell my 1/4. I think I'd just buy the 1/3. If they can commit to the whole line, that's the thing. If they don't commit to the whole line, I would only buy 2 characters. I mean, technically, I could probably fit Hulk there. If he's as tall as that, that actually could work. I could do Hulk, Mark 7, or Black Widow. As long as the likeness is there, I would 100% buy because it's Black Widow. So, that's the first thing. Queen showing this off. It's obviously big news because a lot of us have wanted 1/3, Marvel statues, movie, not comic based. Of course, people are messaging me about this and, hey, are you going to freaking buy this? So that's why I'm making this video. And this is the 1/3, which we've seen already at the con. I've talked about it. And I think the 1/3 Mark 7 is amazing. I love it for sure. Now that's the Mark 6 1-to-1. See how much I have to scroll just to even find photos if we can find it. Anyways, we got other stuff to chat about. So Prime 1 Studios announced the edition size for Gandalf the Grey. Only 200 pieces. That is a very low edition size. And it's already low stock, although I don't think it became low stock due to the announcement. I think they'd only sold, let's just call it 150 of them. And they decided to make the edition size 200 for the people, that wait to pre-order like me. And the regular is limited to 150, also low stock. So overall, you're looking at 350 total of these, which is low edition. And I feel like in general, this whole Prime 1 Lord of the Rings thing has been low stock or low edition sizes. Very few of them have been high ES. I think Sauron might have been higher. Which obviously, I don't think it's a necessarily lack of interest in the statues. I think it's just the pricing. They're all very expensive. And a lot of Lord of the Ring collectors are very committed to the Weta 1/6 line. And they're like, they don't want to start a new line. There's not as many 1/4 scale collectors. And obviously selling off the Sideshow line and getting this, Sideshow can barely sell for anything, so... But, I mean, look at their Witch King, also 480. So 480, low stock, waitlisted. I already got this ordered. Hopefully it ships soon. But, them announcing the edition size usually means it could ship, sooner than later. So it's always a good thing once they announce that edition size. Check out, Gimli, 400. He's still in stock. Frodo, 700. Yeah, Frodo's a lot more. Nazgul, I believe, was, 500. So Gandalf is one of the lowest of them, which is crazy because he's one of, the main cast of the entire movie. But obviously price has a big factor in it. I mean, the regular is nice, but, the Ultimate's the way to go. It's just the biggest problem is the shipping. It is $700 for economy shipping, and it will likely still go up when it's shipping. So that's the biggest problem with this one. And honestly, I don't like getting sidelined with these massive increases in shipping costs. Like people were mentioning they pre-ordered Vampirella and the original shipping cost was $68. Now it's like $460. It increased 4x. That is some BS. And then they won't let you cancel or you lose your, 10% deposit. So I actually, did decide to pre-order this because of that low edition size. I'm not missing out. I went with the Ultimate. However, I did not go direct this time. I did go through a retailer, Spec Fiction. They had a shipped price that I felt was very fair. And so I decided to go through them for this. This is my first Prime 1 from them direct, so I'm not 100% sure how it's going to go. I have heard good things, but I will keep you guys posted. spec was saying usually about 2 months after Prime 1 gets in stock, they will get theirs. So if that's the case, that's actually not bad at all. I mean, usually once Prime 1 gets in stock, I have it a month later. So I'm basically waiting an extra month, but I'm going to save quite a bit of money. And if that's the case, I may start using them for all my Prime 1 orders, unless it's a Prime 1 store exclusive they can't get. But, you know, in the past, historically, I've always said go direct. With Prime 1 being super shady lately with their shipping costs, removing NRD, refunds, I think it's time, better stop ordering direct. Even though they even changed the rewards program, so you don't get it till 45 days after it's delivered, which is also BS. It's like I've already paid for it, I've received it, I confirm no issues, but you want me to wait a month and a half to get my rewards. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. So, yeah, we did PO it because it's absolutely crucial, and if this is the final Lord of the Rings statue, I'm okay with that. I really am. Because, I wanted to get Saruman, but I'm real happy with my Sideshow one. It fits good. It scales good. And my biggest worry is if Prime 1 makes one, it's going to have a massive base and I won't be able to fit it. Right now, if we go, Alexa, turn on Transformers room. If we go look at my Lord of the Rings line, which for me is a very important line. You see Saruman here. There's a very limited base. Like obviously I could go wider, I could go deeper. But anything bigger than a Frodo base, like if they did that base, I'm not going to be able to fit it. It'd be real tough. I could fit any of those bases. That's the max, I would say. Like if they did a Legolas-sized base, I'm okay with that. I would get a sell-off Sideshow. But like I said, I'm real happy with the Sideshow. Yes, it's mixed media, although there's some mixed media there with that flag, and it's not a huge deal. So I do like it quite a bit, but that Gandalf's got to go. So someone contact me, $250 shipped. Morgulord's got to go, $350 shipped. Let's get those sold. Bolg is also for sale, $750 shipped. No, $700 shipped. Which is $300 off retail. So massive discounts. We're not going to do Hobbit. We're just going to stick to Lord of the Rings. Just make things easier. But we got to get rid of those three so we can eventually do Morgulord, with Nazgul down there and Gandalf. And then we're done. Unless they do a Saruman that fits, we're pretty much done with Lord of the Rings at that point. Anyways, folks, so I will be getting Sarah Connor today, so you'll see that video tomorrow. Very excited to get it, although technically I'm saying this Tuesday night when you'll be viewing this Wednesday. But for you guys, yes, I'm going to get Sarah Connor today. Real excited to see how she turned out. She sucks, I'm returning her. If she's great, I'm keeping her. And then if I'm keeping her, I might get the T800 clean version by Darkside as well, just because I'm okay having two Arnolds, because I freaking love Arnold. He's a legend, and T2 is one of my favorite movies. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of the Queen announcement, as well as Gandalf being such a low ES for such an amazing statue. Obviously, price, I think, is the number one factor. Secondly, space. It's a huge statue. That thing is 32 inches tall, super deep, like 25 inches deep. So it is going to hang off my shelf, maybe like a half inch. And it's quite wide. So it's their biggest Lord of the Rings statue to date after Sauron. But I think it's going to be quite a centerpiece, and I think it'll be the best statue after Sauron. So that's the reason I get it. I think the three best will be Sauron, Gandalf, Morgulord, Witch King. Those will be the three best in the line. Right now, I would say my second favorite is probably maybe Berserker Uruk-hai or Nazgul. These three are all like tied for me. They're all so good. Frodo's amazing as well. They're all so good. But I really like that Nazgul, and I love the Berserker Uruk-hai, with so much going on. It has a cool base, but, obviously this base having three Nazgul's cooler, or those bases are probably cooler, but the figure itself is probably my favorite figure. If you just compare him to just that Nazgul, just Legolas, just Aragorn, and just Gimli, he's the coolest. Anyways, folks, I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.